Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, grab a seat if you could. Hey, Mark. How are you, buddy? Thanks, buddy. Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm fulfilling my role of introducing the mayor of the great city of Atlantic City. Please help me welcome Mayor Marty Small.
Yes, good morning, everyone. And I'm going to go off topic. We ain't going to say it's a great day right now, but in Atlantic City today, with everyone's hard work, this is truly the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Now give that a round of applause. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. You know it by heart by now. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And it's a great day here in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day? Great day. Yes, great day. I'm Mayor Marty Small, Sr., Mayor of the great city of Atlantic City. It is my pleasure to be here this morning on this historic occasion. This has took a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and finally, we're at this day. A lot of people thought it was impossible for whatever reason, but it goes to show when the community works together with all of its partners that we can do good work. Government does work. It's not all bad all the time. And today is one of those days that we showing America, because they said we would never get a big name supermarket here. I remember we had the meeting at Stockton, and the LG said that the people of Atlantic City does deserve a supermarket like ShopRite. So thank you for your leadership, LG, in this as well. Also, I would like to thank two people. Number one, there was a report in 2018 authored by Jim Johnson, who spoke to many community partners. I don't know if he's here or not, but okay, Jim. And it gave us a roadmap and really had some tough questions answered and what we needed in Atlantic City at the time. So we thank you for that. And also, I know I got on this guy's nerves during the whole pandemic. Every other week, I was on the phone or in the office with Matt Doherty. Said, look, I know it's the pandemic, but the residents still are saying, y'all announced the supermarket, it's not happening. I said, you know how it go. So thank you for your hard work, Matt Doherty. And to the good, people of Atlantic City, all of us collectively have delivered what you wanted. Now is the challenge. We can't complain what we don't have, and then when we get it, not support it. And I said as mayor of the great city of Atlantic City that I'm going to lead by example, and this will be my family and friends' supermarket of choice. So I challenge everyone else to follow on. And as I take my seat, one more time, can we say great day? Great day.
Let's hear from Mayor Marty Small. I'm up here introducing myself. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Aaliyah Sharice is in the house. Aaliyah, you're up. Let's go. What a treat.
All right. Sorry, you know, technology, getting my notes back up. All right, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me, but I'm sorry. Here in the great city of Atlantic City, we say, great day. All right, so thank you, Governor Murphy, Mayor Small, Creta, and ShopRite for having me here today to be the voice for our fellow mothers, whom I like to call the matriarch of the communities. As an Atlantic City native and resident, born and raised, I remember having to walk to the supermarket at the time we had IGA. You know, she had that cart, the universal cart that you use for either laundry or the shopping bags at the time, or the stroller for the lazy kid. We pushed that. It was a convenient having that full service supermarket for her when her car didn't work. I remember that. We're talking over 20, 30 years now. Imagine being a mom, especially a single mother, who has to work her day around her children. So while school is in session, she runs her errands, tackle housework, and try and sneak in a nap. You have just cut the commute and traffic time for her for that nap to be a little longer. Imagine being a mom who gets off of work with enough time to stop past the supermarket before she has to pick the kids up. You just gave her peace of mind and a little extra time for appreciated silence. Imagine being a mom whose car is on its last wheels and she has to keep that car. It's always at the mechanic, but she has to hold on, so she figures it out. If she catches a bus with or without her children, she has to wait for the bus to arrive, travel across intersections, wait for the bus to return, and then still walk the distance back home. Now, that was just an example if she just caught the bus. She may not be able to afford that Uber ride offshore. With the ShopRite being right here near her home, her stresses of getting a ride and cutting into her shopping budget from potentially having to catch public transportation of any kind is now relieved. You have just provided her with the ability to walk with ease if need be. So what does ShopRite coming into Atlantic City and not just being offshore do for the Atlantic City communities? It is a burden lifted off of the matriarchs of our community. Any stress off of her is stress off of our children and communities. It's bringing convenience, accessibility, peace of mind, options, and ease. It's even a potential job opportunity. My grandmother doesn't have to drive too far now. She can drive up the street from her home. This is not just a necessity, it's essential. So I thank you for listening to me. I thank you for bringing this here for my community, my grandmother, and all of those who I know that still live here and will appreciate it. And I thank you for seeing the opportunity in Atlantic City and the value that we have here. And so I say, without further ado, please welcome back up your governor, Phil Murphy. Thank you so much. That was the goal.
You did it. Let's hear it again for Aaliyah Sharice. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Marty, I'm not sure who's responsible for weather in this town, but thank you for that as well. It is a day the Lord made, as you said. Thank you, Marty, for kicking things off for us. We've had a lot of good conversations since you became mayor, including earlier today. And I know we share an ironclad commitment to seeing Atlantic City become the city we know it can be. Diverse and strong. Not just a good place to visit, but a great place to call home. So to you and the members of council, I saw Colleen and others here. Hats off to you and thank you for everything you do. And thank you, Aaliyah Sharice, for putting into words what today truly means for the people of Atlantic City. I said you made this tangible. You made it real. And thank you for that. It's very easy for those of us at an event like this to forget to look past the construction and the jobs to the direct impact a project has on a community, on a family, on an individual, and not so today. And again, thank you for that. I cannot put it more clearly. This is a city that has so much going on and so much promise. And I am incredibly honored to be with a crew of folks today who not only share in this view, but are working every day to keep good things moving forward. Let me acknowledge, if I may, a few of them. Lieutenant Governor, Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs, Sheila Y. Oliver. If Sheila turns around, you will see that she has taken my sunglasses and put them on today. I love that. Senate President Steve Sweeney. Speaker of the General Assembly, Craig Coughlin. CRDA Chair, Mo Butler. CRDA Executive Director, Matt Doherty. And by the way, Matt, you did so much legwork, you and your team, to make today possible. So God bless you, to you and your colleagues. Mo, to you and your fellow board members. Is Doug Fisher with us? Doug, in the back, how are you, man? Secretary of Agriculture, Doug Fisher. And I might add, Doug, you previously had a 30-year career in the supermarket industry, so you know from whence we're talking about today. Great to have you. The man who's perhaps the main reason why we're here today, he's here with many of his colleagues, Village Supermarkets Executive Vice President and dear friend, Bill Sumas. Bill. I know we got at least County Commissioners Karen Fitzpatrick, D. Ernie Corsi, Anjum Zia, so to the commissioners, to First Lady Tammy Murphy, right before me. Senator-elect Vince Palestina. I lost Vince. I don't know where he went, but there you go, right in front of me, Vince. Hats off to you. Kaleem, if you were any closer to me, you'd be behind me, as Groucho Marx once said. And looking out, I could go on, but I also want to single out Joe Gingoli and the team from the Hard Rock. Who have already committed to bringing a lot of their business to this store once it's completed. And that's a great thing to hear, because it signals that those who are playing a big role in this city's revitalization are going to keep paying it forward. Joe, thank you to you and Jack and the rest of the team. I also want to acknowledge, excuse me, our brothers and sisters in labor. Mike Laughlin, AC Building Trades, President of USCW Local 152, Brian String. I saw Billy Sproul here from the Carpenters, among others. Our brothers and sisters from IBEW 351 are here, I know. This supermarket will be built union and staffed union. This means good pay and good benefits for everyone involved in this project. Higher education is in the house. Harvey Kesselman, please call me Harvey Stockton. Its president is in the house. Harvey, God bless you, Doc. More on Jim Johnson in a minute. Since 2006, as Aaliyah said and reminded us, when Atlantic City's only true supermarket, the IGA at Renaissance Plaza on Atlantic Avenue, closed its doors, this city and its residents have gone without a full-service supermarket of their own. The closing of the IGA all but finalized Atlantic City's designation as a food desert. Think about that, folks. For 15 years, Atlantic City's families' options have been limited to bodegas and small corner markets offering few healthy and affordable options. Being able to make a single trip to a single local store, something that many of us take for granted, will no longer be a luxury denied to the residents of Atlantic City. Getting this supermarket built is something that I take great pride in because it's going to mean so much to this community, and I know so many here join me in that pride. It is going to mean consistent access to healthy foods, especially fresh fruits and vegetables, and not merely convenience foods pumped full of preservatives, which I happen to also like, I have to say. This is not an either-or day, it's an and both. It is going to mean consistent access to brand name products, not just off-brand discount goods. It's going to mean jobs for Atlantic City's residents, both in the construction phase and in the day-to-day store operations. It's going to mean no longer having to head to Ventnor or Brigantine or to Village Supermarket's other stores in Absecon, Egg Harbor, Galloway, or Summers Point, just to visit a supermarket. Everything families will need will be right here in a central in-city location, directly accessible by public transportation, ride-sharing applications, and even delivery services. It means we're finally going to water this food desert. There's a lot going on out here, Marty. I'm not sure. I hope that's probably a good sign. Ending Atlantic City's designation as a food desert has been personally important to me, but to many folks here, as I know it has been for the Lieutenant Governor, the Mayor, members of the legislature, especially the Speaker and Senate President. To that end, this groundbreaking is a wonderful addition to the steps we've taken together to tackle food insecurity throughout our state. Now, surely there are some cynics who are going to wonder what all this hoopla is about. It's just a supermarket, right? Well, that's an easy thing to say when you've never lived in a food desert. This ShopRite bill is going to play a central role in rebuilding community life. It means residents will know they are no longer afterthoughts. It means a new hub for community life and economic benefits. In short, this store means feeding both bodies and spirits. And with that comes both an improving quality of life for those who have fought and stayed, and an attractive quality of life for those who may look to join Atlantic City's civic family. Now to Jim. These are critical aspects, as Marty referred to, which the 2018 report of Special Counsel for Atlantic City and dear friend Jim Johnson highlighted as necessary for this community to stand firmly again on its own 2 feet after years of teetering in the wake of the Great Recession and the economic devastation it wrought on this city. And today, this also means having to overcome the impacts of the pandemic, too. This community, this county, this state owes an enormous debt of gratitude to Jim Johnson. Jim. And I want to acknowledge something that Tammy reminded me of this morning. In the state's quest to solve the awful maternal and infant mortality crisis, particularly across racial lines, part of their strategic plan included ending food deserts in the state of New Jersey. We're doing that right here in Atlantic City. Hats off to you, Tammy. And Doug, to that end, in terms of all of what we're dealing with, I'm also pleased that the Department of Agriculture is today announcing a further investment of $10 million in food banks across our state to target food insecurity elsewhere. Congratulations and thank you. And we had a food insecurity crisis before this pandemic, but we know it has become acute, Kaleem, right, in food banks up and down the state, particularly over the past 20 months. I could go on and on about the importance of this new ShopRite, and Bill, to you and your family and team, thank you. And this investment in community-based food security, but I think it's important to let others help tell this story. So with that, please help me welcome my partner in government, the Commissioner of the Department of Community Affairs, Atlantic City's partner in renewal, Lieutenant Governor Sheila Y. Oliver.
Good afternoon, everyone. I simply want to use my time to thank everyone up and down the state of New Jersey, but particularly here in the city of Atlantic City. You know, in the earliest days of the Murphy administration, Jim Johnson came forth and told the governor that he would like to work with him on the issues confronting Atlantic City. You know that Atlantic City was on the brink of bankruptcy. My last days in the Assembly, and I know Speaker Coughlin and Senate President Sweeney will remember, something had to be done to stop the bleeding in Atlantic City. So the Municipal Stabilization and Revitalization Act was created. And it enabled the Department of Community Affairs, through its Division of Local Government Services, members of the legislature, policy staff in the Office of the Governor, work on targeted things to help move the economic recovery of Atlantic City. Bill Sumas has always been an angel to me, but he is really an angel today. And Bill, I could not be more pleased to see village ShopRites established in this town. Wherever they have a footprint in New Jersey, it is done in style, quality, and they are always a partner in the community. So I just want to thank everyone. This is going to be awesome. I am someone who believes in the build it and they will come category. When we get this building up and operating, it's going to generate and have a domino effect within this whole neighborhood. So, you know, I just want to thank all of you for everything that you have done. And Governor Murphy, when Jim Johnson handed you that transition report and you had the opportunity to read it, immediately you got on board with a supermarket for the city of Atlantic City. Thank you.
Let's hear it one more time. Lieutenant Governor Sheila Y. Oliver. It's been almost 4 years for us, and I'd say for every one of those years, but especially the past 2 to 3 of those years, we have gotten so much done in this state. We have put so many runs on the board, and it's unmistakable, both in the stronger part of our state and the fairer part of our state. And let there be no doubt, a huge reason for that is Steve Sweeney. And let me just say that a giant is leaving the stage, but not forever and not for long. But please help me welcome the Senate President of the great state of New Jersey, Steve Sweeney.
Thank you. Thank you. This, you know, we're at a groundbreaking for a supermarket. And look at the crowd that we have. It's not just a groundbreaking for a supermarket, it's strengthening a community. And I want to start off with thanking Governor Murphy for his focus in trying to end food deserts in the LG. This community, I remember LG when we did the takeover bill, which it doesn't sound as nice as the way you described it, but the city was in a free fall, and they were on the brink of bankruptcy, and there was a lot of experts said, let them go, let it go. But we all got together and we passed some legislation, and you see the proof in the pudding. And the work that the LG does down here with the mayor, working hand in hand. The mayor will never admit it was the right thing to do. I get it, but it was the right thing to do at the end of the day. And again, we're fixing Atlantic City, which is a huge economic driver for the state of New Jersey. And to Jim Johnson for all his work, we've met a few times. He got paid a lot, he got a buck, right? But pre-tax. But the point was, we all understood and cared about Atlantic City. We've all had ties. You know, we all have ties vacationing as kids here. You know, Atlantic City is a very special place for a lot of people. And the fact that they didn't have a grocery store, it's not just a grocery store, it's quality of life. It's another component that makes life so much better for people. And it's funny because Bill Sumas and I approached previous administrations about coming. They never responded. So Matt Doherty says to me, he says, Steve, we're going to do a search for supermarket operator. I said, you don't have to do the search. I already got the guy that wants to do it. And realize, not everyone was lining up to come here. Bill Sumas and his family are wonderful human beings. They're not looking at profit. They're putting people before profit. They want to make this work for the community. Sometimes it's not just about money. It's about what you can do for people. So, Bill, thank you so much for your commitment here. And we walked through it. Matt picked up the phone. In fact, Matt said, do you have his number? And see, I'm really good with numbers. I should have been a bookie. Bad with names, but good with numbers. And gave him his number, and thank God it worked out. So we're all here celebrating a grocery store opening, which is very common in a lot of places around the state. In fact, if you had one in my hometown, you wouldn't have a groundbreaking, you wouldn't have anything. They would just build it. So, Governor Murphy, your policies of tackling this throughout the state, because there are many food deserts, to make a difference so kids can grow up with better food, better environment. This is a huge day for Atlantic City. Congratulations to everyone involved. This is a big win. Thank you.
One more time, Steve Sweeney. That was awesome. I told Steve I particularly like the line about being a bookie. By the way, Tammy reminded me this morning, New Jersey broke our own record again last month for sports betting. Yeah. Over $1.3 billion. And that's one of the things we did get done, right? Hats off to you. So it certainly takes a governor, a lieutenant governor, a Senate president, but to get the stuff we've gotten done, you also need an extraordinary Speaker of the General Assembly. Please help me welcome that man, Craig Coughlin.
Sit down. Thank you. Really, please, I appreciate it. That's awfully kind. You guys do know I'm not leaving the legislature, right? Thank you, everybody, for being here. What a terrific day. Terrific day weather-wise. Terrific week for Atlantic City. As I was going around the city and going to restaurants and places, the city is alive. The recovery is on its way, and good things are happening. And there is nothing more special for the people of Atlantic City and for this great city than the supermarket you're about to build. I think that's why everybody is so excited. That's why you can feel the palpable excitement in this tent right now, because there's nothing bad that's coming out of this. It's only a win on every level for everybody who's involved in this, and there's a lot of congratulations to go around, a lot of people to thank. But we start with what we have done together as partners with the Senate President, and the great support of the governor, who signed all 17 bills that we have passed dealing with food insecurity, trying to make a difference in this state, because we all know that food insecurity is not something that's a governmental obligation, it's a moral obligation. We cannot abide people going hungry, and that will start to change in Atlantic City today. Because we all know that relying on convenience stores and bodegas and things like that does not good things for the people who are hungry. It's too expensive, it's too limited in terms of the produce that they get, in terms of the proteins that you can get, in terms of all of the things that really can change the well-being of a family. And we know that people, children, and workers are all better off when they eat healthy and when they eat well. And so we've been very proud to build on that and to work hard. You know, the Economic Recovery Act included a part to eliminate food deserts. But today it's CREDA who gets center stage. And my friend Mo Butler, congratulations, Chairman, and to Matt Doherty for their hard work. Let's give Mo a big round of applause. Because you know why? Because I appointed him, that's why. But it shows what coming together as a community to do to really change the community, and that's what's going to happen right here. 15 years it's been since there's a supermarket in here, and all of the things that go along with that in terms of good jobs to build it, good jobs to staff it, and good opportunities for people in the city of Atlantic City. So let's all continue the enthusiasm as we get through this. You know, there's a lot of people here today. Whenever this gets built, probably 2 Thanksgivings from now, this place you won't be able to get a parking place at, right? And that'll be great news for Atlantic City. Thanks everybody for being here.
Craig, I wanted to say up front, but I'll say it now, the 17 bills that came our way to sign, you were a huge driving force behind them, and Craig singularly has been tackling food insecurity in this state, and today's another great day in that journey, so thank you, man. Let's... Couple more speakers before we put the shovels in the ground. Bill and his family and his team who are here have been referred to by many of us today. He's a dear friend of many of us. Just God bless them for being the pioneers, for being the anchor to what will be a transformational project here in Atlantic City. It's just an incredible step by them, and not a surprising one, because the Sumas family has shown time and again that it's here to serve the communities of New Jersey. Please help me welcome the chairman of Village Supermarket, Inc., Bill Sumas.
Thank you all for coming. It's not only a great day, it's a glorious day. Marty Smalls, if you ever left a message on his voicemail, he exactly says the same words. So, Marty, kudos to you. It feels like old home week here, quite frankly. I haven't seen the governor in a couple of years, Tammy in a couple of years, so it's just been great. We're just so, on behalf of my family, we're just so proud to be here with you all, and it's just a glorious time. Thank you, Governor Murphy. You're in rarefied air. Congratulations, becoming governor. You and Brendan Byrne hold the distinction of 2 consecutive terms, so all the best to you. Lieutenant Governor, how are you with those fancy glasses? You doing well? We've known each other for many, many years, and I think my wife would not agree with you that I'm an angel, so if you could reach out to her, she'll be happy to disagree with you. Speaker Coughlin, thank you for your kind words. Senate President Sweeney, without whom I don't think today would be possible. As he mentioned, he made the call, and we all got together and we worked very diligently together, and thank you, Steve. Appreciate it very much. Again, Mayor Small, thank you for being here. Councilman Shabazz, where are you? Right here. Oh, there you are. Thank you. Executive Director Matt Doherty is back in the second row. And thank the entire CRETA team, and especially Chairman Mo Butler. Yeah. He'll be up in a few minutes, so thanks for everyone. Good morning. I'm Bill Subis, second-generation family member and chairman of the board of Village. I'm proud to be here today and speaking on behalf of my entire family. Today's a big day for all of us. When my dad founded Village Supermarket back in '37 with my Uncle Nick, they always made sure to put communities first. And here we are, 84 years later, it's hard to believe, still continue to live out our mission of helping families live better. Being a partner with the community to end the decades-long lack of a first-class supermarket in Atlantic City reflects our core values. ShopRite is proud to bring a 44,000 square foot state-of-the-art supermarket to this community and deliver a wide variety of fresh foods that this community deserves. The future store will have a large assortment of fresh produce, meat, seafood, and dairy, along with grab-and-go options tailored to the needs of everyone in Atlantic City. We will also feature our own brands, Bowl & Basket and Wholesome Pantry Organic, which are all fabulous products at a very, very fair price. You will have everything you need for a full first-class shopping experience to feed your family right here in Atlantic City. As I said before, in addition to providing food, partnering with the community and fighting hunger is extremely important to us. We're happy to have our friends from the Community Food Bank. Where are you guys? Yeah. Who we partner with all year long on various programs. We're also funding a program in our stores right now. It's called the Jimmy Sumis Meal Bag Program, named after my late cousin Jimmy, quite an entrepreneur, par excellence. We all miss him very much. These bags are filled with holiday essentials, which are sent directly to the food bank, who in turn distributes to local pantry partners like the Salvation Army of Atlantic City, who is also here today. Salvation Army. Ooh. They will be the recipient of 500 of these bags, which will directly benefit Atlantic City residents this season. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving and being grateful and truly humbled, we're here in an opportunity to serve this great community. We hope you have all a wonderful holiday season, and we look forward to serving you when we open. Godspeed. Hope your tomorrows will be endless and fruitful. But before I leave, I want to thank Amanda Fisher, who's our business development gal. Who choreographed today very beautifully. Also, Dan McCarthy, who negotiated with Matt Doherty. And the entire Sumis family, without whom we wouldn't be here today. They're all working today, by the way. They're all up north and south and helping families and associates. And it's that time of the year where everyone comes in and looks for the potatoes and the cranberry sauce, et cetera. So thanks again. We're really, really, really happy to be part of your community. So thank you.
Bill, I just asked Bill, when does he think this is open? He thinks it's open by next year, which should be huge, right? So, Bill, we're shopping for Thanksgiving next year right here, man, all right? All right? Maybe even 4th of July hot dogs. Brian, when do you think? Not too much pressure, Brian. Can you give me a day, a date, and a time? What's your guess? What's your guess on timing? 2 years, okay. Something tells me you're managing my expectations. Thank you, Bill, to your family, to you, to the team. Extraordinary. Huge, huge day. Last but not least, we've given Matt Doherty a lot of rightful applause today. To you and your team, Matt, thank you for everything. Representing the CRDA, please help me welcome its extraordinary chair, representing its board and its team, our friend Mo Butler.
All right, before I get started, I have to get something off my chest. Gov, typically, I play hype man at events like this. You can't be a great governor and a great hype man. You gotta leave something for the rest of us to do, all right? Today is truly an exciting day for the residents of Atlantic City. This project embodies the very reason CREDA was created, which is to leverage casino reinvestments to make meaningful, positive change for the residents of this great city. I believe this project fits the bill. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the steadfast support of our governor, of our lieutenant governor, our Senate president, my maker, the Assembly Speaker, as he alluded to earlier, the mayor of this great city, the council, in particular, Councilman Shabazz, for all of your work and dedication to this, Jimmy Johnson, you provided the blueprint that we are all following. Thank you for all of your work. Bill Sumas, my friend, he mentioned that the last time we spoke was 10 to 12 years ago, but we have mutual friends, and you come up all the time. I also have to highlight my good friend, who I would like to stand up, Matt Doherty. Matt, please stand up. I can't say enough about Matt and his dedication to this project. Matt, hats off to you if I had a hat. I would love my colleagues on the CRETA board to stand as well. Please stand. It truly takes a village, and each and every board member rolled up their sleeves and were critically involved in making sure this project happened. As you can see, CRETA is excited to begin this grocery store project and bring a long-awaited supermarket to the heart of Atlantic City. We've heard a lot about Atlantic City being a food desert. The effects of a food desert on the Atlantic City community have been detrimental to the long-term health of its residents and a stress to this community for years. We all know a diet consisting mostly of processed and fast foods can cause serious health concerns, including heart disease and obesity. We are attacking that head on by giving Atlantic City residents access to high-quality food. With this project, we say bye-bye to Atlantic City's designation as a food desert. A full-service supermarket will positively impact the quality of life for community members, attract new members, new residents, create 125 construction and ancillary jobs, and 75 to 100 permanent jobs. That's what I call a win-win-win-win no matter what. But most importantly, this project doubles down on CRETA's commitment to the revitalization of this great city by focusing on projects that matter. CRETA's investment in this project is substantial, close to $19 million for the construction and fit out of the grocery store by Village Supermarket. The board and staff of CRETA look forward to our continued partnership with the state, with the city, with the casinos, to continue to blaze a trail of renewal by our continued focus on projects that matter to Atlantic City's residents. In fact, I believe that with the leadership of the governor, lieutenant governor, and the mayor, Atlantic City's story will not be one of blight and flight, but of renewal and revitalization. Atlantic City will be the envy of this country. Atlantic City, food desert no more.
Thank you, Mo. I just told Mo I'm going to be less hype. But to the whole CRETA team, the board members, the staff members led by Matt, Mo, to you personally, extraordinary. As they say in Hollywood, folks, it's a wrap. On behalf of all of us, it's a great day in Atlantic City. Sorry, there are bags over here to grab before you go. I assume from Village ShopRite, right? I see. Was this me? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Marty, come over here. You're right here.
I'm not going to get everybody at this.
ShopRite, stand right here. You're not going to get dirty.
Oh, wow.
Hey, how you doing? Did your inside Steve?
Now, this is a picture. Hey, what's up? What's up?
You got me a part of.
I already did. Oh, well, I got your name on. Tell him, Colleen's behind me.
Oh, no. You said it, please. No, it's in front of me. Look, I'm giving him his own medicine. Great speech.
Hey, what's up, Josh? How you doing? You definitely should. No, there's no shot. That's all right. Take one.
I do Steve tell me. Go this way. Hey, Bill. 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 No, we need you actually. I do need Tammy, but not in this particular.
You went too soon with it's a wrap.
What's that?
You went too soon with it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Very true. We all here? Okay, we're gonna put some dirt in, hold it, and on the count of 3 we'll toss. How's that sound? We'll do some money shot right here. Everyone smile. On 3, hi Derek. On 3 we're throwing. 1, 2, 3. We'll do that one more time. One more time. Money shot. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now it's a wrap. Good job, man.
Take a picture for me.